Chief, we have an interloper.
Can we not be so harsh with the spears, please? I know you need to act intimidating, but I have delicate skin. Ah, hello there. I imagine you must be the chief of this, shall we say, simply lovely little tribe. Wonderful job with the village layout. It's very scenic. Mud huts are severely underrated. You must be very proud. You are the chief, right? You seem to be the man in charge. Oh, yes, I know a smattering of words. You might say that language is an important part of my skill set. So I make a habit of learning the local language when I, visit an area. Oh, well, you know, I just wanted to see the sights. You can think of me as a tourist, I suppose. But the sort of tourist who tries to see the real side of the country. I like to see what life is really like. Of course, that seems to have put me in this rather delicate situation. As it happens, I was just on my way to pay my respects to you when I got turned around and happened upon your absolutely splendid temple. At the time, I assumed it must be part of some sort of palace. I've heard legends of your power, grace, and elegance, noble chief, so I thought such a place was fitting for you. Thief? Well, I must protest. First of all, the preferred term is adventurer. I had no intention of stealing anything. I just got a little lost. I'll have you know that I had made my way quite deep into the temple, passing many, many lovely artifacts and jewels without taking a single thing. If anything's missing, then somebody else must have snuck in earlier. If you don't believe me, just check my satchel. There's nothing in there but essentials. Oh, by the gods, they found them. Oh, well, will you look at that? A hidden pocket. I had no idea that was there. And, well, I admit, it certainly looks like there are temple artifacts hidden in there. But, well, to tell you the truth, that's not even really my satchel. I noticed it there in the temple. It looked like it was sort of out of place, so I decided to pick it up and find its owner. Why, I'll bet it belongs to some despicable thief. I must have scared them off, and they dropped their stolen goods in their haste. If you think about it, I actually saved your temple's treasures. And now I humbly return them to you. Why, what a charming turn of phrase. Weaving words like thorny vines. I'll have to remember that. But I assure you, I don't intend to mislead you in any way. Ah, yes. Well, you were told the truth. I did have a rather stimulating conversation with the first band of warriors I encountered. They were reasonable understanding and were just about to let me go. But I think it's unfair to claim that I was manipulating them. They just understood my predicament, that's all. Unfortunately, the reinforcements arrived not long after. They have been less cooperative. Hmm. This line of conversation doesn't really seem to be going anywhere. Perhaps I could be allowed to change the subject? No, no, not at all. Well, I believe I said I was here to see you, didn't I? I just would hate to not get the chance to say what I came to say, that's all. Well, how magnanimous! Well, I just wanted to say, uh, I wanted to see if the legends were true. As I said before, I've heard tales of the mighty chief. Uh, Chief. What was your name again? Yes, yes, of course. Being in your presence has left my mind somewhat frazzled. Anyway, I've heard how flawless and alluring you are. They say you put all others to shame, and well, the stories simply fall short. Your enchanting eyes, those perfect lips, your luxurious hair, not to mention your incredible physique. You are without a doubt the peak of perfection. In fact, I was considering asking for your hand in marriage, but now I realize how severely underqualified I am. I'm sure you have so many much more worthy prospects, so I think I might just take my leave. What do you mean by... Oh, the stories. Yes, well, I've also heard that you're a mighty warrior as well. One without equal. You're said to be unstoppable with a spear. You favor the bow. I suppose that spear you're holding is merely ceremonial, then. I must have been thinking of someone else. But certainly, I'm not mistaken in remembering your great wisdom. I'm sure all of your followers respect your great perception and understanding. In fact, I'm certain they're all wondering right now why I'm still being held at spear point when I so clearly was a victim of circumstance. I'm sure you realize by now the best course of action is... Oh, all right, not a problem. I meant no offense, and I speak no lies. I swear. I... Perhaps we can reach some sort of compromise? I'll grant you that while I most certainly was not stealing anything, I did trespass on sacred ground. Perhaps some compensation is in order. Yes, as a sort of apology. It just so happens that my camp isn't all that far from here. I have a small collection of treasures that I traded. Yes, traded from a different tribe on my way here. You're welcome to every single one of them. Although there's one piece in particular that perhaps you'd be willing to let me keep. Really, it's nothing that'd be valuable to you at all. I just... Now, I'm not sure I agree with the terms you're using. Lies, flattery, bribery. Those are just negative words. Really, I'm just trying to negotiate. That's a good thing. I simply want to make sure that everyone here walks away happy. Sorry? The temple? Oh, well, yes, I know a little bit about it. Just what it looks like and the treasures rumored to be stored inside, which I completely forgot about at the time and am just recalling. Well, no. I can't say that I really know much about its history, but I'd be very happy to learn. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I... Oh, that many? But then how... Oh, I see. Oh, and then... Yes. Yes, I see. Uh-huh. And... Oh. Oh my. Well, that's... Yes, that's quite a story. I knew the temple was a place of worship, but I had no idea how deeply connected it was to your people's culture and history. Well, it certainly explains why you seem so unwilling to listen. This isn't looking good for me, is it? You're not going to let me go no matter what I say. Not when I. er. Not when you think I might have desecrated an important site. Oh, well, wonderful. At this point, I'd do just about anything. What do I have to do to make things up to you and your people? Oh. Oh, that sounds difficult. What exactly would that entail? I. Hmm. Hmm. Huh. I can't imagine I would be able to return to civilization anytime soon, then. In that case, I'm going to have to graciously decline. I do have plans for my life. I'm sure you'll understand. Yes, well, I wouldn't recommend that. I didn't want to play this card, but you leave me no choice. It just so happens that I'm an official royal business. I'm not just any adventurer. I'm actually a favorite of my nation's royalty. I bring back all sorts of artifacts and stories for them. The thing is, they know exactly where I am, and they're expecting a letter from me in a matter of days. If it doesn't get sent, well, they'll have a sizable force ready to come rescue me. Oh, that's true. I have no way to prove it. But you can't prove it's not true. Are you really prepared to risk your village, your people, perhaps even that temple you treasure so much, all so you can make me go through this complicated rite of passage? Let's be reasonable here. you you realize what you're saying, don't you? You'd really risk potential extermination for the sake of honor? Oh dear, I'm really am deep in this time. Oh, well, I suppose that until the army arrives, perhaps you'll permit me to play along, then. N- Now, it will come, most certainly. It's possible that they could get delayed for quite a while. So if at any time you're feeling uncertain about fighting them, you can go ahead and let me go, and I'll call them off. Yes, well, I suppose we'll see. This has been quite interesting. You're uniquely challenging to interact with, noble chief. Quite unlike anything I've met before. I suppose we'll get started on this whole thing tomorrow. Ah, yes. Lovely. And perhaps now would be a great time to untie. Ow! All right, I'm going.